the ages, as they say, you know.
You might want to move closer to me, possibly for
For the TikTok community.
Hello, everybody. Sunny. Blue Dasher 1. Sherwin. Welcome, everybody. Goji. G-O-I-G-E. Melissa. XRP. Bobby. Hello. Upstate.
Otis Trainers in the house. First one in on the show. Thank you for being here, buddy. Crypto Cribs. All the way from the UK, baby.
You think Upstate, you think XRP will ever do anything?
I think XRP is going to do a lot of things. It's all about being convicted, understanding what you have and what you own.
And being patient.
Patient is the understated most important thing about XRP in the world of digital assets. The world is about to make some big splashes. It's just a matter if you can hold out emotionally and financially and socially and everything else to make this life a new and better place for yourself. Michael Cristoforo, David Lamel here. This is the Intro to Crypto. Thank you so much for joining us here on what day of the week is today? Monday night. I always refresh us to what day of the week it is. I don't know what the weather's like where you are. It was a beautiful weekend here for Father's Day. Happy Father's Day out there to all of you fathers. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend with your family and your friends. Hoping you had a beautiful weather. We did.
I Brittany, I agree.
I got some great color. You know, I got to have some nice sunshine. Had a few drinks on Sunday. Got to relax.
Did you take a nap?
I did not. You know, I'm not a napper.
I'm not a napper either. I'm just checking to see how old you're turning.
No, I'm not a napper. If I'm napping, it's because I probably have a hangover. And at that point, I might need a nap because of my stomach or something. But usually I don't need a nap.
I will tell you, I was at a party and I'm never a late guy.
Yes.
You know me. I'm out early.
Yes.
I didn't get home till like 1 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah. So yesterday was a little
struggling.
Little struggle. Yeah.
No kidding.
Especially when I still got up in time for church.
I actually went out Saturday night. Speaking of going out Saturday night. So Saturday night, my buddy Seth and I, we went to see a comedian. And if you haven't seen this guy yet, his name is Ben Backus. Ben Backus. He's from Toronto, Canada. He is absolutely hilarious. I recommend if you get a chance to see Ben Backus.
Okay. Definitely
go see him. It was an amazing show at the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, which is a smaller show. He just came from the casino last week, apparently.
Okay.
Definitely go see Ben Backus.
Good to know.
But this is the intro to crypto, and that's why we're here
Brittany
today.
Asked if you sell these shirts. No, we don't.
Brittany, I don't sell this shirt actually specifically. We are working on t-shirts. By the time I get them done, it'll probably be winter time again.
It'll be next summer.
But I will tell you, if you want a beautiful hoodie, we do have a beautiful hoodie that we came up with this last few months. If you go to, again, it's also on our YouTube location, but if you go to theintrotocrypto.com, you'll see this beautiful hoodie with a phoenix rising. Compliments to Crypto Cribs who helped us design this beautiful hoodie as well. But let's get into it. Before we start, we always got to give us our, what's it called? Disclaimer. We are a realtor and a mortgage broker. We are not giving financial advice. This is a chance for you to learn about digital assets, the world of crypto. Please always ask questions. Please share with us information you have. We believe that the smartest people out there are on our show, especially the YouTube community, the greatest people in the world. Blade is in the house. Hey guys, Blade. What's up?
Do we get paid to buy XRP?
We don't get paid to buy anything. We only pay to buy Ripple, and we don't make any money doing this whatsoever. This is paid complete philanthropic thing that Mike and I do because we want to get the word out for people who have never had a chance in life to have a successful future because you've worked 6 days a week, 5 days a week, 7 days a week, and you have nothing to show for it. Maybe you have a small 401k, maybe you don't. Maybe you've never invested before and you've never learned about what crypto is and XRP and digital assets. It is a chance for you to get ahead in life, hopefully life-changing. That means putting a kid through college, pay for a house, go on vacations, enjoy life. Who knows what it means to each and every one of us, but we'll see what happens. Blade says, gotta eat. Just wanted to put this out. Gotta eat, baby. Gotta eat. So recently, the Bank of England softens stablecoin rules. Crypto Crips, give me a shout out on that, my friend. This may be one of the biggest developments that few people are discussing. Initially, strict limits on stablecoins holdings were expected. Instead, the Bank of England shifted to a 40 billion systemic guardrail. Bam. We got over here a few things over here. Hold on one second. Blade says Fidelity website, including standard chartered $8 prediction linked to ETF flows and U.S. regulations trading view analyst projection of $3.30 to $8.50 after a symmetrical triangle breakout. Ooh, hot stuff right there. Yeah. And on longer term forecast, reaching $12 medium term and a 26 by 2030. Those I think are very, first of all, Blade, thank you for sharing that, my friend. I think that's a very conservative number for XRP, but a very good piece of information that we have things that are happening and they're starting to talk about dollar amounts that are much different than we are today. And that is the bigger thing, the bigger picture. And I love that you're sharing that, Blade, because that is very important information. For Fidelity to be talking about today, an XRP of as high as $26 when go ahead, I'm sorry.
Now, just before it disappears, XRP, Rideshare says XRP just created a Mexican peso stablecoin.
I actually heard about that. And it's funny, that story we just talked about that I should have read it. I should have pulled that up. That story you talked about. That's very cool. XRP with the Mexican
stablecoin. Oh, yeah, that was a great story.
I think that kind of relates to that story, though.
We can read it out later on.
Yeah, definitely good stuff.
I can look it up.
We got Jonathan Abraham is in the house. Thank you, Jonathan, for being here, buddy. Thoughts on tokenomics for XRP, XLM, Canton, HBAR, if you can please tank them in your opinion. Thank them in your opinion, tank them in your opinion. Okay. I'm going to
state them.
Maybe, yeah, state them. Tommy's in the house. What's up, everybody? Tommy's in here from Philly, baby. All right. So thoughts on tokenomics. Michael, want to talk about tokenomics a little bit on XRP, Canton?
But he's looking for price predictions. Price predictions. We really don't give price predictions. This is what we keep saying. We think they're going a lot higher long term, but we're long-term holders here. Those are all great ISO tokens that we love, and we're patiently waiting with you. I want
to just touch on XLM for a second. We got a bunch of people jumping. Daniel James is in the house. Big Watch Dude is here. Thank you guys for joining us here tonight. I'm going to get back into that. I want to talk about XLM for a second. Daniel James says $20 by 12/31/26 IMO exclamation point. In my opinion, I love it, Daniel James. Everyone will be stunned by the repricing event. Amen and hallelujah. Big Watcher says, "What's up, Dave and Michael?" I just want to touch on XLM for a second. I think it's important to know that how important XLM is to the XRP community and the crypto world. They're really opening up all the people for the bank, the people, it's the people's coin, right? Like, in order for XRP to succeed, really, XLM needs to succeed because they're getting the word out there on the streets inside the banks, right? And if XLM is successful, because XRP is going bank to bank, world to world, company to company, business to business, where XLM is more of the people who are opening up their opportunity to build and learn about crypto and open up those accounts.
Yeah. I don't argue with you on that.
XLM's doing it. We got to have XLM to succeed, and they're probably going to be top partners.
There's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of them that are going to succeed. It's not just XLM, but I agree with you that they're definitely making some inroads better than XRP. So it seems, anyway, with some of the.
It almost seems like
on the front page news. It seems like
XLM has to succeed, though. XLM needs to be the beginning, the rollout, the red carpet for the XRP. They really have to do that, because if XLM succeeds and they're getting all the banks and the people coming through the banks opening accounts up, right? Then the banks are going to need it more and more. They're going to be using it more and more. And bank to bank is XRP, right? Crypto Crib says many will be disappointed with what happens on July 4th and will sell. Guys, do not be disappointed. Expect the roller coaster of XRP. Jonathan Abraham says he wants to rank them. He wants us to rank, in our opinions, XLM, Canton, HBAR, XRP.
And by the way, real quick, before you do the ranking, you guys, everything is going so fast on this that oftentimes on the TikTok, I end up missing a lot of it because I'm letting David talk and then it goes up. So if you really want to be able to be heard effectively, get on the YouTube.
The YouTube channel for us, the streaming app we use over here, unfortunately, does not handle TikTok at the same time. So TikTok's far away and it slides so quickly as opposed to when we're on the Restream app over here. So if you go to our YouTube station, we'd love you to join this beautiful community of people, so smart, and you would enjoy and love them. Go on to YouTube if you can. Go on your phones, go on YouTube, go to The Intro to Crypto. It's that simple. Love to see you there. We're going to continue trying to read those comments as well. But going back to the question you had asked over here, Jonathan Abraham, ranking them. XRP obviously is number one to us in our lives. I think that as far as just in the conversation, XLM has to be number two in there because it really ties into XRP heavily. Then you got HBAR and Canton. And as far as those two go, they're different in how they work. HBAR is going to be big. We know HBAR is going to be really, really big. I think they're going to be bigger and faster than Canton, but I love Canton. I'm a big Canton fan. So Jonathan Abraham, I hope that helps out. All of them are important, and definitely it's good to have as much as you can of each one, with, of course, we having XRP as your top choice. Stevie's in the house over here. Will there be a repricing? Stevie wants to know if there's going to be repricing. I think absolutely going to be repricing. Which way repricing happens is another question.
Repricing meaning what?
Well, he just asked, is there going to be repricing? I'm hoping he means it going up. Tommy says, what do you think is going to happen what do you think is going to happen in Crypto Cribs? Tommy wants to know. And LMG in the house, thank you for being here. Everyone should be short, medium, and long-term holders on XRP, XLM, and HBAR. Don't be scared to take profits, and also hold long-term to take advantage of the utility providing liquidity. LMG, I can appreciate what you're saying tremendously. Personally, I'm not a person who sells and buys. I'm a buyer and a holder. I'm going long-term, not short-term, but I can respect that if you buy and sell and you have a good system in place and you're comfortable with taking a shot. My biggest concern is that when I sell it, all of a sudden XRP goes to the moon and I'm going to be devastated.
Draco's asking, XRP hasn't gone anywhere all this time. Why do you think the change will be better?
I'm happy you asked that question. Why do you think the change will be better? Because if you are doing the research on XRP and understand what it is all about, there are many things that have to happen first in order for XRP to explode. And for example,
it's the rails. It's adoption.
Again, going back to the XLM has to succeed for XRP to blow up, in my opinion, from a banking standpoint, because you got to get all the people in the bank to want to use it. And then once the banks are using it, bank to bank, business to business, world to world, XRP is the rails and the plumbing throughout the entire country and the world. Crypto Crib says, Tommy, July 13th will be the big day. July 13th is going to be the big day, baby. Tommy says, And why Crypto Cribs is July 13th the big day? What he wants to know. Stevie?
I was testing you, Dave, on that one.
Because it's my son's birthday. That's because it's when the whole thing happened with XRP.
It's the test run before, it's the test run between now and October. Right.
It's the SEC, the lawsuit on the 13th.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank myself as I was.
That's okay. Stevie says, meaning these cryptos just move quickly up so fast, quickly to a new increased price and not speculative one. So Stevie's asking, going back to Stevie up top over here, scrolling through, when will the repricing be? Meaning the cryptos will just move quickly. I think that honestly, over the next 6 months, especially come October, a lot of things are going to happen between now and October. I think we're going to see repricing happening. My buddy First, thank you for joining us in the house over here. First time you're here. Make me come over to the dark side, huh? I'm here. My buddy came over from TikTok. I love it. Thank you for being here, my friend. Please hit like and subscribe. Appreciate you being here, and we're excited to have you. Great community here in the YouTube community. Please give everybody a shout out to my buddy. LMG says, that's what I'm saying. Have a long-term bag to take advantage of providing liquidity, and have a small bag at least. Treat yourself to short-term and medium-term. You know what, LMG, I agree with you. You're absolutely right. I know, and I never learned about the ability to sell a little bit and make a little bit. I've never kind of got into that.
Rich says XRP will dip to 60 to 80 cents. If Rich, it does, back up the truck.
If it does, back up the truck and pull all the money out of your house and go dive deep. Not financial advice, but dig deep. Joseph is in the house over here. DTCC begins multi-chain tokenization of the stock market on July 15th, integrating Stellar and Canton Networks. Full integration in October. And there you go, back to the whole Canton thing. Canton is going to be big. But in order for Canton to be big, XLM has to be big. All these little guys who are big guys in the big picture have to be successful. It's going to be a domino effect of excitement and beautiful things happening. So full integration in October from Joseph.
Philip says if it goes to 80 cents, he's backing up the truck.
Philip, you and me both, buddy. Although some of us want to see it, some of us don't want to see it, right? Just if you had $1 and get him for $1 a piece. Hey, Crypto Crib says DTCC, July 13th. Stevie says July 13th, DTCC. Jonathan Abraham, thoughts on $0 moving on the HBAR chain for a few days back. My thoughts are that HBAR is not as well known as a lot of the other ones. And I think it's a matter of catching the signal. It's a good place to buy when things are down. The best time to buy is when people aren't buying and you're the one buying. Because if you're buying, you're going to be the successful. When everybody's buying, the price has already gone up. Right, Mike?
Sure, sounds good. I'm just laughing at Tori's comment.
What does Tori have to say?
You must give money to throw away. It's going to 5 cents.
Tori, I'm going to take that bet. Why don't you do me a favor, Tori? Because I like that you're here. I want to thank you for being a part of the show. Come to the YouTube side of things. Go to the intro to crypto. Beautiful people, really smart. Have a good laugh over here with them and chat it up. Bearded Assassin is back.
He made it over here.
Bearded Assassin. So good to
Bearded
see.
made it over.
I love it.
TikTok.
That better. Welcome, Bearded Assassin. So good to have you here. Stevie says, have you guys seen Rise token? It's running up fast. Huge on Canton. They do tokenization. I don't know Rise. I'm happy you're sharing. And if anybody else knows about Rise, please put your 3 and 4 or 5 cents in it. Ron also new in the house. Ron, nuke it some. What is EOY price target for XRP?
End of year.
End of year. Thank you very much. I never was good about these little things. End of year price target for XRP, conservative and bullish. I get in trouble because I do tend to say things. Mike doesn't like talking price. So Ron, first of all, thank you for being here. Let us know where in the world you're from. Please hit like and subscribe. Okay, conservative. I'm going to say you're in the $5 to $10 ballpark. If I say $7.50 is a conservative number end of year. I think end of year bullish. I'm going to say we're in the $20 ballpark for XRP.
All right.
And that's probably a fair and reasonable statement. A lot of things can change and happen between now and then.
Yeah. Midwest was asking how big a bag should be. These bags should be for HBAR, XRP, etc.
When you're looking at these tokens, it's a matter of how much can you afford to buy. Try to be as diversified as possible. You're going to have one that leads the rankings because of what you understand about it. You're going to buy more of HBAR than you're going to buy of XRP. You're going to buy more of Zebic than you're going to buy of HBAR. You're going to buy more of Kent than you're going to buy then. And these are the things you kind of pick up. And if you put in a few shekels every week into your system where it's happening automatically, it won't make you as crazy. And that's the whole point of making this happen easily. Bearded Assassin says, fill the mansions, baby. Fill the mansions. Crypto Crib says, Rise is soon to be a penny. Wow. Stevie says, Rise has gone from 0.0015 to 0.007 in 2 days. Now, I want to just tell you something. If Crypto Crib says Rise will soon be a penny, take that to the bank. That means Rise is something to really look at. I'm going to put a lot of weight on what Crypto Crib says here and Blade says because these guys are very involved. Stevie says, okay, I just read that. Jonathan Abraham says, why would Larry Fink say keeping money in the bank is a terrible idea? Larry Fink says keeping money in the bank is a terrible idea. I cannot quote that. I don't know if that he said that or not, but I'm going to take your word for it. Here's what I'm going to say.
I think it's a terrible idea to have money in the bank
Here's
too.
what I'm going to say. Maybe what he's saying is put it in crypto. Because if you put it in crypto, your chances of making
How do you know he's not talking about stock?
Well, I'm also going to say if you take your money from the bank and you put it on Uphold, for example, you're going to earn 3, 4, 5, 6%. Then you're making in the bank less than 1%. So that's the reason why I would take the money out of the bank, and the money in the bank is not making you money.
Tori says, good attitude from wealthy guys. Guess you can afford to lose. I like to win.
Tori, so what do you think is the best move? Please share with us. Crypto Crib says Root has also shot up, and you've been talking about Root for a while now, Crypto Cribs. Stevie says Rise does the tokenization for Canton Network. They're going to be huge. Handle, HANDL. Handle is another good one for payments that is partnered with Canton. This is all good information that you guys hopefully are listening to, everybody. So we're talking about Rise, R-I-Z-E. We're talking about Root, and we're talking about Canton over here. Very, very smart people listening and learning together. Rusty says, Rusty from Idaho, baby. Buying the dips, sold all emotions, lock in family. And that's what I'm talking about, locking it in. Stevie says Root is a sleeper but needs liquidity. And LMG says inflation. And LMG also says inflation always kills your bank dollar. That's exactly right, LMG. And that's why taking the money out of the bank, putting it on a platform, you're going to just sitting there making yourself some money on it.
JC likes Rise, has almost 1 million of them.
Don't tell people, JC, what you got.
But he doesn't like Root. He said, forget Root.
You know what? Dabble in a little bit of everything. Joseph says, LMG, let's go, baby. 100%. Big Watch Dude says, you guys are giving me a Johnny Carson, Ed McMahon vibe. LOL. Keep up the great work.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, baby. Loving it, loving it, loving it.
Johnny Carson. That's one. Which one's Johnny?
You get to be Johnny.
Oh, really?
I'll be Ed McMahon.
Oh, gosh. That's funny.
You can be Ed McMahon. I'll be Johnny Carson. I think they're both great guys. I don't know the difference between it. I mean, that's a while ago. I can see their faces, and but they weren't on the same show together.
Maybe Johnny was a little quieter.
Yeah, Johnny.
Maybe I would be Johnny.
Johnny was a little bit more sophisticated.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Joseph is laughing out loud. You know, some really important things. We talked about what's happening in England over here. Again, 40 billion systemic guardrails, meaning greater flexibility, more room for growth, and continued focus on financial stability. Translation, the world isn't trying to stop stablecoins. They're trying to regulate them and integrate them into existing financial system. David is Johnny, says Big Watch Dude. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that very much.
And Disco over here says Johnny is the host. Ed McMahon is the sidekick.
All right. I guess
there you go. That works.
I'll be your sidekick. I love it. I love it. All right. So this is something also important to talk about over here. And I'm not sure how much you guys are following what's going on in California. How many out there right now from California have people from California? Lizard King says, Dave's not here. All right. So California is forcing crypto companies into regulatory compliance. Have you heard about this? Crypto Crib says only 14 exchanges will exist in Europe from the 1st of July. Big problem for Tether. And we talked about Tether and a lot of the kind of problems Tether's been having and doing.
Crypto Cribs. Okay.
So going into the whole California thing, pretty deep stuff.
Tori's from California.
Tori from California.
So Tori knows.
Tommy says, Micah Crypto Cribs, baby. We have beginning July 1st of 2026, companies dealing with digital assets in California must either hold a DFPI license, have submitted a complete application, or qualify for an exemption. What does all this mean? Without one of those, they cannot legally conduct digital asset business in California residents. And the reason we talked about this is because of XRP. Ripple. I'm sorry, because of Ripple. Things that are important to know. So why California matters? California isn't just another state. California, if California were its own country, it would have the fourth largest economy on earth. How crazy is that? That I didn't know. That shocked me. If California was its own country, it'd have the fourth largest economy on earth. Mind blowing. Mind blowing. California is home to Silicon Valley, home to many fintech companies, home to millions of crypto investors. Also known, our friends over there on Sunday and Tuesdays.
Oh, you're talking. I watched him, Buster.
Buster Douglas. The Buster Douglas.
Well, Buster's on it.
Buster's on it, right? Buster and Zerp. Great show. Losing California access would be enormous. Enormous. What does Tori have to say about that? XRP will never let public get rich on XRP. Tori, listen, I know you're feeling not good about this. She says, I live in Santa Clara on no crypto here. She's not a crypto girl. She's in the stock market. It's okay. I can appreciate that.
Well, then I'm really impressed that she's actually willing to sit in and listen to us for an hour.
And I love her input here. Let's see. Crypto Crib says they're suddenly doing it in the same time. I can smell the wealth. And Lizard King says DTCC makes us rich. It's going to make us rich. You're absolutely right there, Lizard King. So good to have you in the show, buddy. What business does DFAL cover?
Oh, no, Tori owns a full bag. I own a full bag of XRP.
So Tori's just playing with us over here. Okay. Amen, darling. All right. So I hope,
assuming that's a girl.
Tori, I'm assuming you're a woman. So if I'm not, please forgive us and not saying the wrong thing
but
here.
The good news is he or she is from California, so they could identify however they choose to in California still. I'm just teasing with you.
Not okay with that idea, Tori.
No, I'm just saying. It's California. It's still very liberal.
All right, we're not doing that right now.
It's fun. It's fun. Come on, Dave, have some fun.
Having some fun over here. Tommy says they need to build a wall around California. Leave them people there. Oh no! Tommy's got some fair and reasonable opinions to some degree, depending where Tori sits on the page. But Tori's an XRP girl, I'm assuming, and we love having you here. Tori, come on to YouTube. You'll love having us and these guys here too. So what business does DFLA cover? The law applies to companies that exchange digital assets, Coinbase, Kraken, Ripple, stored digital assets, custody providers, institutional custodians, transfer digital assets, payment companies, settlement networks, issue stablecoins, which brings us directly to Ripple and RLUSD. Stablecoins are specifically addressed under the updated law. Crypto Crib says, I think New York needs a wall with the Dami there. Crypto Cribs is right. Again,
Chance says, you might hate the politics in California, but it's the most beautiful state in America by far.
Do you know what? And I got to tell you, it's amazing what California, how beautiful it is between wine country and San Francisco and all the different beautiful areas of California. Agree with you. I'd like to come back to California. My sister lives there. She lives in Encino. Definitely would like to get back out to California. Lizard King says, Crypto Cribs, showing the ocean, the water, and the umbrella and drinking. Love it.
Tori says, why do they say XRP won't let the public get rich on crypto? I don't know why either, to be honest with you.
Do you know what it is? Here's part of it, right? So they don't want you to be wealthy. They want you to sell. They want you to be like, forget it, I'm out. I can't take it anymore. It's going down the crapper. It's not worth it. They don't want you to own XRP. Am I right or am I wrong, Mike?
I agree that the big boys would rather have you out, for sure.
The government doesn't want you in. The banks don't want you in XRP. Nobody wants you in XRP except for the XRP community, because we are invested, convictioned in our mind and body, and we know what we have in our hands and what we hold and what the future and what's happening in the world with XRP.
Tori said, I researched it. It's the government.
There you go, Tori. That's what I'm talking about. But it's all going to change because the government's using it and they're buying it. They're making it happen. It's all
the rails. It's the rails. It's the plumbing for the system.
So why Ripple is in the spotlight. Ripple is no longer simply an XRP company. Ripple is now RLUSD stablecoin issuer, custody provider, cross-border payment company, institutional infrastructure provider, the rails, the plumbing. Almost.
Disco says there's hope and reality, my man.
There is hope and there's reality. The reality is right now, today, it sucks. The reality is today, it sucks. And it is making you get burning, agita, stomach pains, mind and body sweats.
So don't lose hope.
But you have to have hope. But more than hope, you have to have the knowledge of what you own. You have to know what it is to be convicted.
You know, I love Padre Pio used to have the best phrase. I used to love what he used to say all the time. You don't know who Padre Pio is, but he was a Catholic priest. And he used to say all the time, he goes, pray, hope, and don't worry.
Pray, hope, and don't worry.
Yep, I love that line.
Padre Pio.
Padre Pio.
Padre Pio. Right after Padre Pio, we're going to give him a high five on that one there.
He's dead.
Well, we'll still get a high five.
I'm just teasing with you.
Let's see. We get a bunch of things jumping in. Crypto says many people listen to Bitcoin maxis. You're exactly right. And anyone checked on Sailor lately? Lizard King says embrace the suck. That's what I'm talking about, Lizard King. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. Embrace the suck. Embrace it. Love it. Make it a part of who you are today. Keep buying it.
Yeah. Benjamin just said that. Loving it. More time to buy.
Amen and hallelujah. I love embrace the suck. I want to get a t-shirt that says embrace the suck, XRP.
Now you just wrecked it. That was going to be our trademark. We were going to have that trademark shirt. Right? Dave was going to sell it like crazy. XRP, embrace the suck. I like that.
And on the back of the shirt, it's going to say,
hold on, we got to write that down. We got to get that trademark
on the back of the shirt. It's going to say, and laughing all the way to the bank, right? Yeah. Tommy says, I've been in it since 2021. 2021, baby.
Tori, we are not from North Dakota.
We are from Connecticut. Yes, I know. You're thinking exactly what we're thinking.
Why is that? What do you mean?
Another blue state.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, we are in Connecticut, and we are live with you every week here, Mondays and Thursdays. Loving being a part of your life and the people here on this show. It is not about the hype. It's not about the fun.
Bearded Assassin is back. He says he likes TikTok better.
No, Bearded Assassin, but I can't see you as fast over here. Jump back and forth. We appreciate you being on the YouTube show as well. Lizard King says royalties. I'd like to see, you know what's funny? On TikTok, we've been getting pennies. People have been donating pennies to us, which I've never seen before, which is really cute. I thought really awesome. We can't even get pennies on YouTube. We have to have 4,000 hours before we get there, and we're not there yet.
But we do want to appreciate the people that actually go on. Dave and I sort of get a little chuckle every time we get on. At the end of the TikTok, it says you earn 3 cents.
Yes. And
so we can't even really, we've been lying saying we're not making money on this thing. We've been getting anywhere between 1 and 4 cents an episode. So, you know,
this is true.
We've been lying, guys.
And last week there were 8,000 people on TikTok watching, which was pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
LMG says going back to not selling. It's a good exercise to have in your mind. What price would just make you say, that's it. I'm taking some profit. Mine is $15. I'm selling 25% of my bag. You know, LMG, I'm going to say to you, there's a part of it that thinks about it, right? Like when it goes to, let's say, $1,000 one day or $100 one day, you know, I would need to be on those kind of levels to be able to sell something, to be in a place where it would mean something personally. And also, more importantly, if it gets to 100, if it gets to 10 or 15 or 20, I'm going to be very, very happy and grateful, no matter what it is.
Disco says parlay the 3 cents into 100x long on XRP.
Amen, baby, amen.
And we're not from Greenwich, by the way.
No, we are in New Haven County. We are coming live from North Haven, Connecticut. I hope that's okay to tell everybody. Okay. You know, we're in North Haven, Connecticut. It's that's where we are. Let's see over here. Lizard King says you can pay me in XRP. Amen and hallelujah. I want to get back to LMG's statement over there. Blade says, I still believe somehow there is a connection with digital assets and gold. Banks continue buying, especially at these prices. I'll agree with you, Blade, on that one as well. Tommy says it's always good to take profits off the top. And I can't take away from anybody who feels that way and wants to. You know, a part of
Thank
me
you,
wishes
Tori.
I could buy, you know, I buy some XRP and play the game with it just to kind of learn. But I don't like to lose. I'm really a conservative guy when it comes to gambling. If I go to the casino, I might bring like $200 max to lose. And if I lose $200, I'm still upset. Because I work so hard for my money, I hate to lose it. But I'd like to learn how to. I need to have someone sit down and show me how to kind of buy and sell and play that.
Trust me, as a guy who knows Dave and all the crypto years of working with him, he won't move a token without my help.
That is a fact. I don't even move it from one
No.
place to another without Mike right next to me to show
No,
him screw up.
I'm like, this is like child care. Sometimes
I'm
taking care of Dave in crypto.
I am very nervous to ever screw up. We had a friend of ours that was doing it. He did it too quickly. He moved the coins without paying attention what the thing was, and he lost 1,500 XRP, right? Something like 1,500 XRP.
Yeah, he was moving and he thought that he
was
always
XRP and
uses the XRP
He was moving
network.
XLM and XRP, and he
Yeah.
screwed it up, and
Yeah.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah, that's why we always say start with a small move
Right.
and make sure it works.
Cribs. Oh, sorry.
Now, Tori says, I like to win, don't you? XRP is losing. Yes,
we're
Tori.
we're not losing because we're not selling. We're not losing because we're not selling. Blade says correct. Crypto Chris says correct. Blade. China is hovering up all over 400-ounce bars of gold. Yeah, China is picking up the gold, and they're doing it hard. Lizard King says we get no price appreciation until banks control XRP escrows. Yeah, that's probably right on point. The banks need to be in control before they kind of, it's all going to come. It's all coming, and they're at a different kind of pace. Ray is watching, is in the house. Thank you for being here, buddy. Nice link to look. Nice link to look, guys. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. Appreciate you being on the show. Please hit like and subscribe. And we hope that everybody here who watches this show shares with your friends and family who are maybe interested or watching other programs or other podcasts. We hope that we can be a part of your life and enjoy this show because it's listening and learning together.
Do you think we'll ever be able to stake XRP? Draco?
Absolutely, 100% we'll stake XRP.
Yeah.
100. I think it's already happening on.
You know, there was just another. There was just
sense doing it also.
But somebody just had another loss. You know, I don't know if it was through the AI ended up trading, but somebody just lost like $15,000 worth of XRP, and I don't know if it was because the bot did the trading or if it was something. You know, so it's still so early, guys. I don't really do much with that. I mean, take a small bag if you want, but.
The Decent wallet allows you to stake XRP now, I believe.
Yeah.
I still haven't learned about this.
We haven't really
touched on it yet.
On that. No.
Let's see. Tommy says, when there's blood in the streets, bye. Look, what's that song from New Kids in the Block? Q Freedom is in the house. Isn't Ripple considered to be a bank or in the future? It is a bank and will be in the future. And who knows? When I'm walking into the bank of XRP in the future, how awesome will that'll be? That'd be very cool.
I like that.
Big Watcher says, be careful moving tokens from wallet to wallet because there is a copy paste virus out there now. Big Watcher, thank you for pointing that out. I actually heard about that from somewhere. We're just watching something recently that there is a big problem with copy and paste. Don't get screwed.
So now I'm really curious, is Tori a female or male?
Uh-oh.
If it gets to $20, I'll tattoo it on my skull by the end of the year. So now I really want to know, is Tori a male or a female?
Don't tattoo it on the skull. You don't want people to know what you got. Keep it on the down low. Put it in the tush area. Anyway, don't put it on the skull.
The tush area.
The tush area. Right? Blade says, QR Freedom 2A. Yes. Crypto Crib says, Blade, this is why July 4th will be a disappointment for most, and they will sell. LMG says, yes, I think Ripple Prime is and will be considered a bank. And Liberating Punch, hold on. Liberating Punch, I'm gonna call you Liberating Punch. Oh man, I got another junker in there. Eddie Kane, back in the house over here. Eddie Kane, thank you for being here on the show. Please hit that like and subscribe. Do you all ever feel burnt out? I've been only buying assets for the last 2 years straight. You know what? Absolutely, Eddie. Eddie Kane, absolutely feels burned out.
That's emotion. That's normal. It's normal to have those emotions.
There are days before I come on the show, and I'm like poo-poo frustrated. Michael do a little pep talk. Get me back on, because we get frustrated. We see things happening and we expect some things happening high and go down low. Absolutely. This is the emotional roller coaster, but that's why this show is so important, because together we keep each other positive. Absolutely great question. Crypto Crib says USDC farming scam is the biggest scam. Guys, watch out for the USDC farming scam. Don't let it happen to you. The last thing you want to do is get scammed. It happened to me one time. I got scammed. I learned it was an Asian person that reached out to me
from California,
talking about real estate with me, and somehow led into crypto.
And this was before we were doing the podcast. So they wouldn't have contacted you based on that.
Very wild. It was about Ethereum. And I got scammed. I got scammed for a couple of bucks, and it hurt. And they showed me how much money they can make me, and then
you made it.
You showed me how I'm making it, and then he rug pulled me all the way through. Yep. It happened. Absolutely happened.
So learn from his mistakes, guys.
Tommy says, new kids on the block, baby. LOL. That's right. Bye, bye, bye. Blade says, Crypto Cribs. If it is Crypto Cribs,
thanks, Tori.
If it is, I'll back up the truck. And Crypto Cribs says 70 cents incoming, then boom. So Crypto Cribs is telling everybody right now that XRP is going to go to 70 cents and then boom. That's his theory.
Bearded Assassin. Guy almost convinced coworker to release all of his keys. Scary stuff.
It's so scary, because oh man, don't release the keys and don't tell people how much you own. Let's see. Jumping around over here. Got it. Keep going. Tommy says, tell her to get a tramp stamp. A tramp stamp of XRP. Now that would be hot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Blade says, heard someone lost 16,000 XRP on that scam. Ouch. You know, it's not. What's that guy that I told you I was listening to? He talked about this whole scam thing that happened. Digital investor.
Oh, digital asset investor.
Digital asset investor is talking about a scam that just happened. It might be what you guys are talking about. Tommy says, Crypto Christ. They don't know right. Crypto Christ. Is that Crypto Christ? They don't know. Fireworks. LMG says, Cyber Skrilla is a good channel to watch to teach newbies how not to get scammed and how to secure your crypto. LMG, thank you for that. So LMG on our YouTube show over here just said, check out Cyber Skrilla. Okay. It's a good channel to watch to teach newbies. And we're all newbies at the end of the day. Whether you've been in the business for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, we're newbies. This is just the beginning of the future. Better to know your enemy well, to be more informed. Thank you so much, LMG, for pointing that out and sharing that with us. That was good stuff. You got some stuff.
I was looking for that article that you and I were talking about earlier today. We could talk about it at the end, but that was a great article.
It was a great article. Absolutely. So
is it safe to buy crypto in Binance? Yeah, why not? Binance is a huge company. The secret is, don't leave your tokens on any of the exchanges. Put them off.
Mike, you just made a good point. So do not leave your tokens on exchanges. You may leave some as you're moving things back and forth and buying. Absolutely. Definitely want to have a cold wallet. A cold wallet is so important to have. There's many great ones out there. A lot of guys over here on the show have mentioned different ones. Yep. We happen to like the Decent wallet specifically because of the use, the easiness of it, the functionality of it. It's a great wallet. It's a great cold wallet to have. If you don't have a cold wallet, if you'd like access to a cold wallet, we do have a link over here on our YouTube channel that'll give you access to it. It'll give you a few bucks you save on it. It sends us a couple bucks too if you buy it. But if you like it, more importantly, it's the most important thing, what you like to use. Yeah. Crypto Crib says, got to shake the tree. You got to shake that tree. That's Steve Miller Band. I love it. Shake the trees, baby. Shake the trees.
Yeah, Tori had a comment, and now I can't even remember.
Tori, what did you say? It goes so fast on TikTok. We apologize. I think if Tori jumped, please, Tori, do me a favor. Jump on the YouTube show for one minute.
She just heard Bearded Assassin says he likes it better on TikTok.
You know what? Have both open. I just want to communicate with you guys much faster over here. Not miss anything. So going back to this, Ripple is no longer simply an XRP company Ripple is now RLUSD stablecoin issuer, custody provider, cross-border payment company, institutional infrastructure provider. Almost everything Ripple is building touches activities regulated by DFAL. This is bigger than XRP. The question isn't, will XRP survive? Okay? The question is not whether XRP will survive. The question is, can Ripple continue expanding its institutional business inside America's largest state of California? That's the question. That is the magic question. And
so do you think, Ripple obviously is a huge company.
yes.
They are not going to go down without being compliant.
Yes.
With California, with America, with everybody. I don't see that being a possibility. So it's interesting that they haven't filed yet, and they only have a week to do so.
By July 1st.
Well, that's just a file. You don't have to have your application accepted. You just
Right.
have to be filed by then.
Tommy says he likes the Ledger Nano. A Ledger Nano, am I correct over there, Tommy? I had the Nano at first. I liked it. It was, and again, maybe the first one we had, maybe they've changed it since then.
Yeah.
It was much smaller and much harder than, let's say, the Decent wallet. But again, whatever you like, that's the most important thing.
And Scorp is saying here, can I leave my tokens on Binance? We wouldn't. We don't recommend it.
But why? But
I love that. I love that line. One of the best lines I ever heard was, exchanges are like public bathrooms. You go in, you use it, and you get out. I love that line. It's just a great line. So, then that's the way you should look at it.
But tell them why the exchange is not a great place to keep
it. Because if something goes down or something gets stolen, not your keys, not your crypto. That's what we say all the time. Not your keys, not your crypto.
How about when XRP was dropping like a tank, the dollar, it was going straight down. You couldn't even buy it. All the platforms.
Yeah, but if you own it, you own it. You know what I'm saying? But you still have it. If the exchange, move it. You might not be able to move it.
Yes.
But you still owned it because at least there wasn't the fraud going on the exchange.
That was scary.
I understand. Yeah. If it's, it is definitely, institutional custody, I think is probably, ideal. But if you're not doing institutional custody, I think it's great to use, a couple. And don't put all your crypto on one cold wallet. You want a couple. Just to diversify. You don't want to put everything in one place.
Crypto Crib says, I also use Ledger, no battery, no big screen. Not that it matters. My seed phrase is stamped on a titanium plate. Great job, buddy. Jeffrey Dahmer's back in the house. Jeffrey Dahmer, Ford Effin' Ranger. Love that name. Missing hearing it and saying it. Decent, Zaman, Tangem. Those are what he likes. Crypto Chevy in the house over here. Chevy, what a great one.
That's a new one.
I don't know if we said it before, but
we like Caleb and Brown too, Doc.
We love Caleb and Brown. Not everybody likes Caleb and Brown, but each person has their own shtick. Crypto Chevy says, would like to hear your all opinion when the Clarity Act passes. Well, I'm going to defer to Crypto Cribs on that one there. He's going with mid-July, I believe he said. And I think Blade said maybe October. Correct me if I'm wrong. Blade says, that's why you don't look at the price. Look at the actions, Ripple placing themselves into key positions. Absolutely right, Blade. Crypto Crib says Ripple is acquiring everything, literally everything. The amount of millions of dollars and billions of dollars they spent, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
All the money, Crypto Crib says. QR Freedom says, what are good wallets? Okay, so you guys are talking about it. And Tommy says Nano S. He says it's like a flash drive. Jeffrey Dahmer's Ford Effin' Ranger says Zaman offers a Tangem card made to their specs, which makes your Zaman a cold wallet. I'd love to learn more about these wallets myself and have a chance to try them all out. A new one in the house is over here coming in. Thank you so much for being here. Cough. Greetings from Tioga County. Greetings from Tioga County and the Great Keystone. Thank you for being here, buddy. That is awesome. Don't sleep on ICP. What is ICP?
Internet
computer. Thank you so much for putting that out there, Cough. Thank you for being on the show. Please hit like and subscribe. Love it. Tioga County. Big Watch Dude says, what's up, effer? I wonder if he's talking about this guy over here. Oh, my God. Tommy says, that's why I hate Robinhood. when Bitcoin was dropping like a rock, people couldn't buy. They locked them out. And that's the big scary part. When you get locked out and you can't touch your coins and you don't have access, that's when you start freaking out, literally. Jeffrey Dahmer says, big watch. And Blade says, the Senate is all theater. They're controlled by the banks and will continue to stall the Clarity Act until they get what they want. That is true. Very frustrating.
BC, what do you think? He's asking, or she.
What about the sending your bag to Caleb and Brown? Listen, I think Caleb Brown's a great company. I think they make it easy. I think they make it very convenient. They're going to make their money on you when you're selling, but it's a good place to hold it, in my opinion. There's a question about how, if it can be, it's not federally regulated or something like that.
Once again, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Gee, just Mike, thanks for the suggestion over here. Now I'm sweating over here.
It's just a good diversification thing.
Crypto Chevy says, XLM, what's your take? Crypto Chevy, we love XLM. We were talking about the show earlier. I think XLM has to succeed for XRP to be successful. And I think XLM and XRP will be together. One brings in the people into the banks, the individuals, and XRP is bank to bank, business to business, world to world. Yes. We like
Canton, by the way, Z. But
Canton.
Speaking of fraud, look at I'm paying $3,000 to the first 10 people to message me. God is good.
God is good, brother. God is good no matter what, and no need to give out any money for that. Got to believe convicted.
No, but I'm just saying that, these are the kind of things you got to watch, even on our little miniature podcast.
Crypto Crib says, give thumbs up on the XLM. I'm jumping back and forth over here. Blade says they are all in it together, including the wars. Absolutely. That was Crypto Cribs. A Big Watch Dude says, Ford effing Ranger. Love that guy. Blade says, Crypto Cribs, we think alike. If I see you buying you a beer, and I want to buy all of you guys beers, or scotch, or a bourbon. I'm more of a scotch and bourbon guy, personally. Crypto Crib says, Blade, I love beer. So, going back into some more of the details over here.
Amen, Troy.
This is bigger than XRP. The question isn't, will XRP survive? The question is, can Ripple continue expanding its institutional business inside America's largest state? So we've got three scenarios over here, okay? There's the bull case. Ripple has already filed or receives approval. Operations continue. RLUSD expands. Institutional confidence rises. Markets see reduced regulatory risk. This becomes another victory after the SEC case. Guys are jumping over here all over me over here. Let's see. Crypto Chevy says Canton is for the bankers. Canton is a great one. I mean, it's phenomenal. I learned about Canton because of you guys right here, and you know who you are. Eddie Kane says, is ADA dead in you all's opinion?
Yes. Well, for me personally, only because I'm not a Charles Hoskinson fan. I'm not. I don't really like him. He badmouthed us, and when we were going through the whole lawsuit. So for me, I sold everything right at that point in time. For me personally,
Charles Hodgson.
He's a smart man, though. I will give him that much. He's a smart man.
All right. Let's see. We have Kevin here. Kevin M4612. Kevin, thanks for being on the show, buddy. Hit like and subscribe. Been in Rise for about a year. Loaded up when it was 0.0018. Glad it's finally getting recognized. Thank you for putting that out there. And again, Rise has definitely been one these guys have been talking about. So appreciate you saying that.
I agree, Deb.
Solo Jeff is in the house. Thank you for being here, buddy. Please hit like and subscribe. Canton is for lovers. Canton is a lover's coin.
We were talking about that the other day. Why is there no max supply on that? That's the only, that's the only thing that I think it's going to be big, but I'm like, why is there no max supply? And they're making how much was it? $170 million or something?
I don't want to give you. I don't want to remember.
We talked about it the other day, last week.
So a good question. Why is Canton have no max supply? Can you guys help us out? What do you think?
Ireland.
All the way from Ireland.
Big hello from Feathered Tipperary,
Where are you?
Ireland guys.
Feather Tipperary, Ireland guys. Thank you so much for being here from Ireland. Love it, love it, love it.
Aiden.
This is the world of crypto in this show here, the party. Island party, no Bitcoin maxis allowed. Love it.
Yeah.
Big Watchwood says, "What's up, Jeff?" And Lizard King says, "My goal is to help enough people buy XRP so I never have to buy another beer." That's what I'm talking about, man. Love it, love
That's
it,
good.
love it.
I like that.
Solo Jeff says, "Big watch dude, baby." And Crypto Crib says, "Lizard, I've given up trying to help people." And Blade says, "We'll be arguing what to name our yachts." I would love that. That would be beautiful. Big Watch dude says, "Charles made his bed and now he has to lie in it. That sheep." Lizard King says, "Your people should already be stacked." And Soul Jeff says, "CC33, keeping an eye over there." Canton. Ray is watching. "I think Caspa is now an opportunity for the few days." Caspa. You know much about Caspa?
No, I don't.
The only Caspa I know is Rock the Caspa. That was a song.
Well, I used to have Casper, but he's talking about with the K.
I
had Casper.
I don't know what Caspa is. Ray is watching, says, "High risk, high reward, but it have a big opportunity in the new hard fork update."
And Derek's asking, is the IRS going to be abolished? I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I would love to see
taxation basically.
Yeah. I hate tax time.
Oh my God. It's across the board. I mean, you think about what we pay in property taxes, car taxes, in state income taxes, the federal income taxes. Great.
We got a couple new people here. The Sheik is in the house. Hello from London, UK.
Hello.
Another UKer in here. We got love the UK. A lot of great people from the UK. Crypto Crib says 33 is everywhere. 33 is everywhere. Do you know what that means? Crypto Cribs, help me out. What does 33 everywhere mean? What 33? I'm missing something here. Please forgive me. Tommy says, "Peace, baby." What is 33? I wonder what 33 is. I'm embarrassed. I don't know what that means. So just school me on what 33 is, please.
We got Houston in the house here.
All the way from Houston, Texas. Love it. Who is in from Houston?
And then somebody's saying taxation is theft. Totally.
Absolutely. That's RTR Crypto says taxation is theft. Raymond says life been tough, so I'm blessing the first.
Junk.
Another junk one over there. Okay. That was Mao. I can't see it. Maui from Houston.
There's a podcast, by the way. It's called Real Estate Mindset. I believe it is. They're out of Texas. We were talking about taxation. I really like them because they're really going after removing the taxes on property taxes in Texas. They're really going to court on that whole thing. It's pretty encouraging. They're saying it's taxation without representation. We should not be taxed on something that we already own. They said, it should be a sales tax or something like that to pay for these school systems. It shouldn't be done, through constantly taxing us and oppressing
I'm
us.
just noticing we're glitching out a little bit over here. So I apologize on YouTube. If you guys see us glitching out, let us know. Maybe it's a little problem with the internet or the whatever's going on with the background. Crypto Crib says 33 is Masonic. I should know that. I was a Mason a long time ago. I've not been involved in a long time.
I'm moving away from it.
Blade says Illuminati, number 33. Levels 33 is the highest level. Interesting. Love it. The Sheik says holding since 2016. That's what I'm talking
there's
about.
A holder
the
right
Sheik
there.
knows about the roller coaster of life in XRP. That's pretty amazing. Eddie Kane says, I've been packing lunch and being thrifty to buy XRP, Bitcoin, and ETH faithfully. I'm going to get me and my kid an ATV, and I'll be back in August. Amen and hallelujah, baby.
Nice. I like that.
Lizard King says, I had a representation. Oh, I missed it. If I had a representation, I'd have a new roof. QR Freedom says, essentially, Nasara and Gesara. That's from the Bible, right?
Nasara, Gesara. No, that's the
Gesara?
Nasara Gesara is supposed to be the new financial system that's supposed to be taking place after the whole changeover.
That's
That's
something from
basically
the
what they-
Bible I've heard before. Nasara and Gasara. Am I confused with something
I
else?
don't know.
Ray's watching says there is a great connection found in the founders of Bitcoin and XRP. Interesting. In the coin vault, they did a deep dive in it, and it goes really deep. Look on the coin vault. You all will like that. Very interesting. Ray's watching. So I'm going to repeat that back. He says, there is a great connection found in the founders of Bitcoin and XRP. In the coin vault, they did a deep dive in it, and it goes really deep. Look on the coin vault. You all will like that. We'll have to check that out. Great piece of information. So I'm going to jump back into this for a second. So there's the bear case, there's the base case. So on this whole thing with California, the base case was application has been submitted, approval is pending, business continues while regulators review application, no immediate impact. The bear says no application, missed deadline. California regulators could pursue enforcement on Ripple. Ripple might need restructure California operations. What do you see?
Matt says you're right. It's in the Bible.
It's in the Bible, right? Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Ripple might need to restructure California operations. Sentiment turns
Tony
negative.
says no, it's not.
I'm going to have to go to, was it Nasara and Gasara? Is Nasara and Gasara in the Bible?
What do you mean? Don't tell us how many XRP you got there. Yeah, that's a nice little bag there.
Oh, it's okay. All right. So it says the term Messiah does not appear in the Bible. However, Massa is mentioned in Exodus. Maybe it's confusing. Massa, I don't know. All right. I'll get out of that right now. All right. So going back into it over here. Let's see. Crypto Chevy says, I believe there will be lots of coins that get used for payments, not just XRP, and all over the big, in the overall big picture. We agree with you 100%. It's not going to be just XRP. It'll be many great coins that'll be involved in the when alt season happens.
Yeah.
When alt season happens, there'll be a lot of great blue chip coins. You have the HBAR, the XLM, the XTC. We didn't mention XTC, by the way, in a while. XTC is another great coin you get for pennies. I mean, pennies. Canton, Zebic. There's a lot of great ones that we Flare. Flare is another great one right there. We haven't talked about in a little while. Let's see. Crypto Crib says, Chevy, there will only be a few. There'll only be a few in the big picture, but there's going to be quite a few. Lizard King says, don't ask AI that effort lies. You're right, because it wasn't giving me the information I was looking for or even understand what I was talking about. That's actually hilarious.
We do think banks will offer collateral on your XRP down the road for sure.
Absolutely.
Especially if it becomes a tier 1 asset for sure.
For sure. Oh, sure. Guys, you guys make it always an amazing show over here. I want to thank you so much for joining us again. This is the Intro to Crypto. Michael Cristoforo, David Lamel here. Thank you guys so much for being a part of our show. If it's your first time here, thank you. If you come here every week and you join us, we love and appreciate you.
Thank you more.
We appreciate you so much.
Thank you more for tolerating us.
And you're teaching
multiple weeks.
They're teaching us so much and helping us help to teach other people what's going on in the
Rise. I'm looking it up.
Absolutely. Again, we've heard Rise before. We just haven't bounced in it. And the question is how easy to buy things. Thank you for being here. We love you. We appreciate you. You guys are amazing. We want to see you on Monday, around approximately 5:30. Thursday. I'm sorry. We want to see you Thursday. I forget what day of the week it is. Today's Monday. Thursday back on the show, 5:30 p.m. approximately. Thank you for being here. Please share it with your friends and family. Please hit like and subscribe. We appreciate and love you. And if there's ever anything you want us to talk about, you can message us. Let us know. If there's something going on that you saw that we missed, we want to share it with us in the show. Get us prepared for it. Let's get it done. Okay? We love and appreciate you. Have a wonderful night. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you in a couple days.
Thank you, guys. Bye, everyone.
Talk to you soon. See you Thursday, Blade. Thank you so much, Crypto Cribs. We love you guys.
Now